What really happens after you swallow a glass of cold water? It doesn't simply travel through you unchanged. Your body immediately begins responding.
The moment cold water touches your mouth, temperature-sensitive nerve endings detect the change. Your nervous system receives that information almost instantly. Specialized temperature receptors in the oral tissues respond to cooling. Their signals travel through sensory nerves toward the brain, where the temperature change is interpreted. As you swallow, coordinated muscles move the water away from the mouth and into the pharynx, while your airway is temporarily protected. The water then enters the esophagus. Rather than simply falling downward, muscular contractions called peristalsis help move its contents toward the stomach. As the cold water reaches deeper tissues, it can temporarily cool nearby surfaces. But this does not mean your entire body suddenly becomes cold. Inside the stomach, cold water mixes with existing stomach contents. The stomach's muscular walls continuously contract, helping distribute and process everything inside. Here's an important detail. Your stomach does not remain chilled for long. Incoming fluids rapidly exchange heat with surrounding tissues and digestive contents. Maintaining a stable internal temperature is one of the body's priorities. Multiple systems work together to prevent a simple cold drink from disrupting your core temperature. Deep inside the brain, the hypothalamus acts as a major control center for temperature regulation, constantly receiving information and coordinating appropriate responses. For most healthy people, drinking cold water is not a dangerous temperature emergency. The body is remarkably good at handling ordinary changes like this. Your blood is constantly transporting heat around the body. This circulation helps distribute warmth and prevents small local temperature changes from becoming major internal disturbances. Temperature-sensitive blood vessels can also adjust their diameter. Cooling tends to promote vasoconstriction in exposed tissues, helping reduce heat loss where appropriate. The response depends on where the cooling occurs, how much water you drink, your environment, and what your body is doing at that moment.
During exercise, cold water can feel especially refreshing because physical activity produces heat. Drinking fluids also helps replace water lost through sweating.
In warm conditions, colder drinks may provide a temporary cooling sensation, but the bigger physiological benefit of water is still maintaining adequate hydration. After entering the stomach, water does not necessarily stay there for hours. Liquids can begin passing onward relatively quickly, depending on stomach contents and other factors. At the stomach's exit is the pylorus, a muscular gateway that helps regulate movement of stomach contents into the small intestine. Once the water reaches the small intestine, the story changes. This is where much of the body's fluid absorption takes place. The small intestine contains millions of tiny structures called villi. Their enormous combined surface area helps the body efficiently absorb nutrients and fluids. Water absorbed across the intestinal lining enters the body's fluid compartments and contributes to the water available for cells, blood, and tissues.
Once absorbed, water becomes part of a much larger system. Blood carries it throughout the body, where countless cells depend on carefully regulated fluid balance.
Water surrounds and supports your cells, helps transport substances, and provides the environment where countless chemical reactions necessary for life occur. Inside cells, water participates in and supports biochemical reactions. Without proper water balance, many cellular processes cannot operate normally. As body fluids change, the kidneys continuously monitor and regulate water and electrolyte balance, deciding how much water should ultimately leave the body. Inside each kidney are microscopic structures called nephrons. They filter blood and carefully adjust which substances and how much water remain in the body. A hormone called antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, helps the kidneys conserve water when the body needs it, influencing how concentrated your urine becomes. You may hear that cold water always makes you urinate more. The reality is more complicated. Hydration status, hormones, temperature, and other factors all influence urine production. So why can cold water feel dramatically more refreshing than room temperature water? Temperature-sensitive nerves create a strong cooling sensation as the drink contacts your mouth and throat. That refreshing sensation doesn't necessarily mean your core temperature has dropped significantly. Feeling cooler and actually lowering internal temperature are not identical processes. The brain combines sensory information from different parts of the body to build an overall picture of your thermal environment. Temperature regulation isn't controlled by your digestive tract alone. Skin temperature, blood flow, sweating, and environmental conditions all influence the body's thermal balance. Even while you're drinking cold water, your cells continue producing heat through normal metabolism. Your body is never completely thermally inactive.
Organs such as the liver, brain, and heart are metabolically active. Their continuous activity contributes to the heat your body must constantly manage.
Meanwhile, your digestive system doesn't stop working because the water is cold. Stomach contractions and intestinal movements continue under nervous and hormonal control. Your digestive tract even contains its own extensive nervous network, called the enteric nervous system, which helps coordinate movement and digestive function. Temperature can influence gastrointestinal sensation and movement, but the effect varies with the amount consumed, temperature, meal contents, and individual physiology. Cold water does not simply shut down digestion or freeze your stomach. The digestive system is designed to keep functioning across ordinary changes in food and drink temperature. Another popular myth claims cold water makes dietary fat solidify inside your stomach. That's not how digestion works. Body temperature quickly overwhelms such a tiny temperature difference. Your body may use a tiny amount of energy to warm cold water toward body temperature, but the effect is small and should not be considered a weight loss strategy. For body weight, much more important factors include overall energy intake, physical activity, sleep, metabolism, and long-term eating patterns. Some people report discomfort after rapidly drinking very cold fluids, especially during exercise. But individual responses differ, and the exact cause isn't always simple. Sometimes the problem isn't simply temperature. Drinking a large amount very quickly can make the stomach feel unusually full or uncomfortable. In a healthy person, these temporary changes are generally handled through coordinated nervous, circulatory, digestive, and hormonal responses. The fascinating part isn't that cold water dramatically changes your body. It's that your body continuously prevents small changes from becoming major disruptions. This remarkable ability is called homeostasis, the continuous process of keeping internal conditions within ranges compatible with life.
Eventually, the cold drink loses its original temperature identity. After absorption and heat exchange, its water becomes part of the body's carefully regulated fluid environment.
Your cells don't receive a message saying this was cold water. They simply experience changes in temperature, fluid balance, and available molecules. That leads to the most important takeaway. Whether your water is cold, cool, or room temperature, staying adequately hydrated is what matters most. For many people, cold water is simply more enjoyable, especially after activity or in hot surroundings. If that makes you drink more water, it can be useful. There is no universal rule that everyone must drink water cold. Comfort, hydration needs, and personal preference are often more important than the exact temperature. From your sensory nerves to your stomach, intestines, bloodstream, brain, and kidneys, one glass of cold water can involve an impressive chain of biological events. So the next time you take a cold drink, remember, the remarkable story isn't the cold itself. It's your body's ability to maintain balance despite constant change. Cold water can refresh you, hydrate you, and trigger temporary sensory responses. But your body quickly adapts.
Thanks for watching. Like and share this video. Drop a comment if you learned something new today. And follow or subscribe for more educational content on human anatomy.